Imagine a man so fast that cameras struggled to capture his movements. A man who became a global icon without living long enough to see the full impact of his own legacy. He was a martial artist, an actor, a philosopher. But most importantly, he was a man who refused to accept the limits that others placed on him. He challenged the way people thought about martial arts. He challenged the way Hollywood saw Asian actors. And he challenged the idea that greatness had to come from a certain place, race, or background. His name was Bruce Lee. But how did a young boy from Hong Kong become one of the most influential figures in martial arts and cinema history? This is the story of a legend beyond time. Who was Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940 in San Francisco, California. But shortly after his birth, his family returned to Hong Kong, where he spent much of his childhood. Bruce grew up in a family connected to the entertainment industry. His father was a famous Cantonese opera performer, and Bruce appeared in films as a child. But acting was not the only thing that shaped his early life. Bruce was energetic, competitive, and sometimes involved in fights as a young man. His family eventually encouraged him to study martial arts. This decision would change his life forever. As a teenager, Bruce began training in Wing Chun, one of the most respected martial arts systems in Hong Kong. His teacher was the legendary martial artist Ip Man. Bruce trained intensely, but he was not interested in simply memorizing movements. He wanted to understand why techniques worked. He wanted to know how the human body moved. He wanted to become faster, stronger, and more efficient. And most importantly, he wanted to understand the deeper meaning behind martial arts. When Bruce Lee was 18 years old, he returned to the United States. He went back to the country where he had been born, but this time, he was starting a completely different chapter of his life. Bruce attended college in Seattle and eventually studied philosophy. For Bruce, martial arts and philosophy were deeply connected. He believed that fighting was not simply about strength. It was about awareness, timing, movement, adaptability, and understanding yourself. While studying, Bruce also began teaching martial arts. He opened martial arts schools and started developing his own ideas about combat. But his approach was different. He did not believe that one martial arts style could answer every situation. Instead, he believed a person should take what is useful, reject what is useless, and adapt. This philosophy would eventually lead to the development of Jeet Kune Do. The idea was simple, but powerful. Do not become trapped by a system. Do not become trapped by tradition. Learn, adapt, grow. What made him legendary? Bruce Lee was not the biggest or strongest martial artist in the world. His greatness came from something else. He understood the importance of speed, precision, timing, and efficiency. He trained with incredible discipline. He worked on his physical conditioning. He studied movement. He practiced his techniques repeatedly. But Bruce also trained his mind. He believed that a martial artist should be able to respond naturally instead of being controlled by rigid patterns. One of his most famous ideas was the philosophy of being like water. Water can take the shape of whatever container holds it. It can flow gently, but it can also become powerful. For Bruce Lee, this represented adaptability. He believed people should learn to adapt to life's challenges instead of allowing difficulties to control them. This philosophy became one of the most memorable parts of his legacy. Bruce Lee eventually moved toward the world of acting. He believed he could become a major star, but Hollywood was not ready to accept him easily. At that time, Asian actors often faced stereotypes and limited opportunities. Bruce was talented, charismatic, and highly skilled. But talent alone was not enough. He faced rejection. He faced doubt. And he faced an industry that often struggled to imagine an Asian actor as the leading hero. Still, Bruce refused to give up. He continued working, he continued training, and he continued believing that he could create something different. Eventually, he gained attention through television roles, including his appearance as Kato in the series The Green Hornet. His performance introduced American audiences to his unique presence and martial arts ability. But Bruce wanted more. He wanted to create his own path. When Hollywood opportunities became difficult, Bruce Lee returned to Hong Kong. This decision would become one of the most important turning points of his life. Bruce starred in The Big Boss. The film became a major success. Then came Fist of Fury. His popularity exploded. Audiences were fascinated by his speed, intensity, and screen presence. Bruce was not simply performing martial arts. He made the movements feel real. He brought energy and emotion to every fight scene. Then came The Way of the Dragon. Bruce Lee not only starred in the film, he also wrote and directed it. The movie featured one of the most memorable martial arts confrontations in cinema history as Bruce Lee faced Chuck Norris. The fight became legendary, but Bruce's greatest achievement was still ahead. In 1973, Enter the Dragon was released. The film became a global phenomenon. It introduced Bruce Lee to millions of people around the world. For many viewers, this was their first time seeing a martial artist with Bruce's unique combination of speed, charisma, athleticism, and philosophy. He became an international superstar. But there was something different about Bruce. He did not simply want to entertain people. He wanted to inspire them. He wanted people to see beyond stereotypes. He wanted them to understand that strength was not only physical. True strength also came from discipline, confidence, and self-knowledge. Bruce Lee had finally reached the level of international fame he had dreamed about, but sadly, he would not have much time to enjoy it. On July 20th, 1973, Bruce Lee died in Hong Kong at the age of 32. His death shocked the world. He was young. His career was reaching new heights, and his potential seemed limitless. The world was left wondering what he could have achieved if he had lived longer. Would he have become an even bigger Hollywood star? Would he have created more films? Would his martial arts philosophy have reached even more people? No one can know the answer. But one thing is certain. Bruce Lee's story did not end with his death. In many ways, his greatest influence was only beginning. Bruce Lee changed martial arts cinema forever. He helped introduce martial arts to a global audience. He inspired generations of actors, athletes, martial artists, and filmmakers. His influence can be seen in action movies around the world, but his legacy goes beyond movies. Bruce Lee became a symbol of determination. He showed that you do not have to accept the limits others place on you. He challenged stereotypes. He crossed cultural boundaries, and he brought people from different parts of the world together through his art. His philosophy also continues to inspire millions. His ideas about adaptability, self-expression, and personal growth remain relevant even today. Bruce Lee once expressed a powerful idea through the metaphor of water. Instead of being rigid, learn to adapt. Instead of being afraid of change, learn to move with it. Instead of trying to become someone else, discover who you truly are. That message is one of the reasons his legacy remains so powerful. Bruce Lee lived only 32 years, but sometimes a person's impact cannot be measured by the number of years they spend on Earth. It is measured by the lives they touch, the ideas they leave behind, and the people they inspire long after they are gone. Bruce Lee started as a young boy. He became a student, then a teacher, then an actor, then a global icon. But perhaps his greatest achievement was becoming an example of what is possible when a person refuses to stop learning. He faced rejection, he faced limitations, he faced a world that did not always understand him, but he kept moving forward. Bruce Lee did not simply teach people how to fight. He taught people to think, to adapt, to believe in themselves, and to never let fear or limitations decide who they could become. Decades after his passing, his name is still known around the world. His films are still watched. His philosophy is still discussed. His movements are still studied. And his story continues to inspire new generations. Bruce Lee may be gone, but his influence remains. Because true legends do not disappear when their lives end. They live on through the people they inspire. And that is why Bruce Lee is more than a martial artist. More than a movie star. He is a legend beyond time. What do you think made Bruce Lee a true legend? Was it his incredible martial arts skills, his unforgettable movies, or his powerful philosophy about life? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us which legendary person you want to see next. This is Legends Beyond Time, where the greatest stories never truly disappear.